We're all excited about growing those outdoor flowers, but is it quite time yet?
It's almost time,
Almost?
but not quite. Our frost-free date is April 15th here in Memphis and the surrounding area. So there's still a chance we could have a little bit of cold weather.
Still a chance, yeah.
Still a chance, but we're getting closer. We've made it through the winter,
Yes.
the cold weather and the ice, and it's just about time to get into those summer flowers again.
Yeah.
So this time of year is when I really start looking ahead to the summer flower garden and summer garden in general.
Okay.
And I start looking out for fun new introductions, new hybrids maybe of exciting new flowers or foliage plants that I can add to mix in with my tried and true favorites.
Okay.
To also try out a few new things. And I love to look through catalogs and social media this time of year to get some new ideas on maybe plant combinations, color combinations.
So social media is pretty big on new ideas, huh, for plants?
It is. Instagram has been a good source for me lately. If you haven't tried it out yet, if you go on, you can put anything in the search box. You could put in coleus or butterfly gardening, and then get all kinds of pictures. Something I like about it is that it's photograph based.
Okay.
So rather than just words, getting a lot of pictures and inspiration.
Okay. So what are your tried and true favorites, though?
Well, I use a lot of lantana. I'm a big fan of pollinator gardening, butterflies and hummingbirds, and lantana is generally native a bit south of here, but it does make a fantastic annual through our hot summer weather, because it does get hot here.
Yes,
if you may have noticed. Hot and humid, and a lot of plants that do great up north maybe make it through our spring, then once it gets hot, they're done. They can't handle it.
Okay.
And that's something that I do appreciate about the lantana.
I love lantana.
The hotter it gets, the happier the lantana gets. This is one of my favorite varieties that I've been using for years.
Pretty.
It's called Dallas Red.
Dallas Red, okay.
It's a very bright red and orange, a little bit of yellow in there too, very, very brightly colored, and it is a magnet for hummingbirds.
Ah, wow.
Hummingbirds and butterflies like to go to it. And this is one of the larger growing lantanas, so it'll get 2 to 3 feet tall.
Wow.
A lot of the newer lantanas are bred to stay small and to be useful in landscapes where things need to stay kind of small and petite. But this is one of the older varieties.
Wow.
So it'll get nice and big and really fill up a garden bed.
So will the frost kill it at the end of the
It
season?
will.
It will.
This one is, I have never had come back.
Wow,
They do have slightly different hardiness levels, the different varieties of lantana will. And this is one that here is strictly an annual.
Strictly an
So,
annual. Gotcha.
yeah.
Good.
So it does need to be replanted each
Good.
year. But that does bring me to the other lantana I wanted to mention. This is a newer variety.
We like new.
Yeah, something new and different. So this is called the Chapel Hill Yellow.
Okay.
And this was developed in Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
Shirley, right?
Right,
Okay. All
right. And I love the yellow on it because it's such a soft primrose yellow. Some of the existing lantanas, like the New Gold, it's a beautiful gold, but almost kind of a brassy, bold color.
Okay.
And to me, this is a lot softer and pairs with a lot of other color combinations, sometimes better than the New Gold does. You can see how well those colors combine.
Nice.
Throw a little red in with it.
Okay.
And I've really enjoyed using this one with different color combinations. Also, this Chapel Hill stays lower to the ground.
Okay.
It tends to stay low and spread out, rather than the Dallas Red wants to grow more upright.
Got it. Okay.
So the Dallas Yellow can get up to 3 feet across, or even a bit more, while not getting more than about 18 inches off the ground.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. Okay.
Yeah. And this one is hardy here.
Oh,
So
even better.
Yes,
Okay.
I've had this in my yard this will be its 4th summer.
Wow.
In the yard. So it comes back just fine. I do leave the stems, about a foot or so of stems in the fall, and then I don't cut it back until it starts to come back up in the spring.
Okay.
And that gives it some protection, and it has been a reliable perennial in my yard so far. So some other fun things that I like. So this is pull out this one here. This is the shrimp plant.
Yeah.
So this is a tropical that's been around for a while, available for a while. This is native to Central and South America, so a bit south of us. Not going to make it through a winter, but it loves our summers, loves the heat, loves the humidity. This can be grown in a container or planted in the ground, and it's going to be kind of bushy and have these flowers that flare out. Yeah. I believe it does get its name shrimp plant from these little bits of flowers that pop out from it. Look a bit like a little curly shrimp.
How about that? Okay.
Also shrimp colored. And this is a great hummingbird plant too.
Okay.
So great to add to your hummingbird or butterfly garden. It'll pull in those yellow butterflies in the fall.
I've never seen those flowers before. That's real nice. Okay.
Isn't that pretty? They're kind of neat. They've got tiny little, it's hard to see from a distance, but tiny little purple markings on the throat there.
Nice.
It's a lot of fun to watch hummingbirds come take a sip
sure.
from them all day long.
Nice.
And then this is a neat one here.
Okay.
This is an abutilon, or also called a flowering maple. And this is another South America plant.
Wow.
So it will not hardy through a winter,
Okay.
but a beautiful, fantastic tropical for us here. Loves our heat and humidity. This one I believe is called Tiger Eye, is the cultivar. It wasn't named when I got it in.
Okay.
But I believe it's the Tiger Eye. And this one will get up to 3 or 4 feet over the summer. Again, good choice for a container or in the ground. Got those beautiful colorations on it.
Yes, those are beautiful.
And it is a fantastic hummingbird plant. And I like how the color combines with our Dallas Red lantana.
Wow. Yeah.
So you can imagine those two paired in a container or
Sure.
in the ground, and quite a feast for your hummingbirds and your butterflies coming by. And another color I like to pair with these two, purple goes with just about anything.
Okay.
So throw in some of this purple heart to your planting. And purple heart, again, can take sun. It's going to be just super happy no matter how sunny and hot it gets. And this will usually be a perennial planted in the ground. Here it'll keep on coming back. And this will stay low.
Okay.
So when you're planting, this would be something closer to the edge of the pot or spreading out across the ground. And this does get little pink flowers that bees
I've
like.
seen those.
Yeah, so you'll get a little pollinator action coming to those as well.
Good deal. So far, all good pollinator plants.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of pollinators.
I could tell. Yeah, you mentioned that a few times.
Yes, and I like native plants, but I love the tropicals. It's just hard to beat the way a tropical plant from Central or South America performs in our heat.
Right. Yeah, I don't blame those natives who want to take a break in the summer heat. Yeah, it's
Right,
so
I
hot.
do too. That's when we go inside
Sure.
and enjoy some ice cold lemonade and the air conditioning. So this has been a favorite of mine for the last 3 years or so. This is a tropical salvia.
Okay.
This is a hybrid called Wendy's Wish. This is going to get to about 3 feet or even 3.5 feet tall and wide over the summer. Makes a nice big kind of tender shrub. And it will flower all summer long. As soon as it starts in the spring, it doesn't take a break. It just keeps on sending out those flowers. Definitely a hummingbird destination plant.
I can see why. Yes, beautiful.
Isn't that
Look
pretty?
at the color, yeah. Oh goodness.
There's been some exciting breeding work done with the tropical salvias lately, and there are lots of new introductions coming out.
And lastly, you have that beautiful coleus, right?
Yes, so last thing I wanted to talk about was coleus for adding color to the garden. So coleus is an annual foliage plant, and new introductions of this keep coming out too. There's breeding work being done. This is a fairly new one called Twist and Twirl, which you can kind of see where it gets its name.
Yeah.
It looks like it's on the move. All of those leaves look like they're in motion. And I love how they're brushed with all of these colors. Quite a colorful plant there. And this coleus, a lot of the new coleus that are coming out can be grown in either sun or shade. It used to be, the original coleus were pretty much strictly shade coleus. Yeah. And then a line of the sun coleus came out that really needed full sun to show their best colors. And as this is one of the newer ones, this is supposed to do fine in either sun or shade. So far I've had it in a pretty sunny spot, so I'm excited to experiment with it this summer and see where it can do the best, where it's going to show off the best.
Sun or shade?
That supposedly.
Can't go
so
wrong,
we will see.
Right. Okay, thank you, Jill.
You're welcome.
Beautiful plant combinations, yeah. And again, we could tell you like those pollinators, right?
I do.
Thank you much.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Sure. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please click the subscribe button below.